The global economy. What's the dollar in your pocket really worth? We all know who the world's biggest economy is. In fact, US GDP is bigger than BRICS economies, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa put together. If we look at the red tower, we see that China is the richest of all BRICS economies. What happens if we flip that data to GDP per person? China moves down because of its massive population. And the USA is still the biggest by far. But for how much longer? Are the BRICS economies catching up with America? How does the situation look if we flip the data and look at it from a different angle? As we flip to growth, China takes the lead and the US moves to the bottom of the pile. But what if we look at the whole world? Qatar's economy is actually growing nearly twice as fast as China. So we know who's got cash. But who's got the smarts? Who spends the most on education? The USA, of course. As the guy on our $100 bill, Benjamin Franklin, said, an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Or does it? Let's flip the data to see who's got the highest rated education system. America comes in at 5th place, with New Zealand taking the top spot. But don't worry, the USA's education system still generates the most teachers, dentists, and lawyers. So how much of all this money are we earning? America has the highest average annual salary. But what happens when we flip the data to pay per hour? The Netherlands, with their shorter working week, actually get paid more. And the BRICS? Their economies may be growing fast, but their wages are still low. But a wage is only worth what it can buy. How many hours do we have to work to buy the things we want? How about a restaurant meal for two, represented by this wine glass? If you want to eat out in Russia, you're looking at nearly a whole day's work. What about a movie ticket? You might be paid a lot less in India, but you only have to work as hard as an American to earn enough to see a movie. Or a taxi home. Americans have to work harder to take a cab than any BRICS nation, except Russia, who seem to get a raw deal on everything. Or do they? Who's legally entitled to the most paid vacation days? In Brazil, you get 30 days off a year to enjoy the beautiful beaches. Even in Russia, you nearly get a month off. India and China don't get such a great vacation package. And America? The land of the free is actually legally entitled to the least free time of all. But what are we all working for? Who's the happiest? Brazil, of course. Land of sunshine and beautiful people. Well, the US might not always be the most content, but when it comes to drowning our sorrows, we can drink everyone else under the table. Stay on top of the world. Financial Times. ft.com/graphic world.